We've got a good one on Thursday Night Football this week as the Buffalo Bills travel down to Miami to face their division rival Dolphins. Miami is a 6-point favorite on BETDAQ. 42 is the total here. These teams both sit at 5-4, so this is a crucial game in the AFC playoff race. Now, these teams met back in Week 2, and it was not competitive. The Bills rolling to a 29-10 win. However, that game was up in Buffalo, and it was before the Dolphins had really found their stride. Miami has been playing very well in recent weeks. They've won 3 of their past 4 games. Their only loss in that stretch coming last week on the road in Detroit. And frankly, the Dolphins should have won that game. They had a lead late, but a Matt Stafford touchdown pass with less than a minute remaining won the game for the Lions. Now, though, the Dolphins return home where they're 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games against teams with winning records. So the Dolphins very good at home against quality opposition. Buffalo, meanwhile, 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 road games against teams with winning records. So there are some things working in the Dolphins' favor here, but I have major concerns about this Miami offense against this stout Buffalo defense. The Bills top 10 in the league in both rushing defense and passing defense. They are 7th in points allowed, and they lead the NFL in sacks. That could be especially problematic this week because the Dolphins have a short-handed patchwork offensive line. They lost starting left tackle Brandon Albert to a knee injury last week. Guard Darren College expected to miss another game with a back injury. So it's a weakened Dolphins offensive line against this ferocious Buffalo pass rush. It is going to be a long, long night for Ryan Tannehill and the Miami offense. But you know what? I think it's going to be a long night for Kyle Orton and the Buffalo offense as well. The Bills have produced 22 points or fewer in 6 of their last 7 games, and the Miami defense is probably even better than the Buffalo defense. The Dolphins, 4th in the NFL in total defense, 5th in points allowed, 2nd against the pass. They lead the NFL in yards per play allowed. This has just been a tough defense all season. So even though the total in this game is very low, 42, I would be looking at the under here. I think this game will come in under 42. In terms of the handicap, I guess I lean towards the Bills. 6 just feels like a lot of points here. These teams very evenly matched. However, I do expect the Dolphins to win this game. So I've come up with a good way to bet this game. Here's what I recommend. I think you should go to BETDAQ multiples and you should parlay Buffalo +6 with the under 42. Now, however much you risk in that parlay, you should turn around and bet that exact amount on Miami money line, Miami to win. So let's say you bet $50 on Buffalo +6 parlayed with under 42. Well, in that case, then I think you should bet 50 on Miami money line. Now, to win 50 on Miami money line, so you probably have to risk, as of the time of this recording, you'd have to risk approximately $130 to win 50 if you're betting Dolphins on the money line. So you have $130 to win 50 Dolphins on the money line. You have a $50 parlay. That would be Buffalo +6 and under 42. Just so you know, as of now, that parlay would pay out just over $130. And so what you'd leave yourself is a situation where if the Dolphins win, if they just win, at the very worst, you break even. Now, if the Dolphins win by less than 6 and the game stays under 42, you win both of your bets and it's happy days. The only way you could lose this bet, and you would lose a lot because you'd lose both of your bets, but the only way you'd lose in this scenario is if Buffalo wins the game outright and it goes over 42. I don't expect either one of those things to happen. So that's what I like here. I like a bet on Miami on the money line. I also like Buffalo +6 and under 42. So again, if you're going to take my advice, and this may or may not be the way I have bet this game myself tonight, Miami on the money line, whatever you risk or whatever you're going to win there, if they win, you risk that same amount. Go to BETDAQ multiples, parlay the Bills +6, under 42. There you have it. You can thank me later. Best of luck, folks. Enjoy the game.